All right, hello and welcome back to another Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl deck tech and gameplay session. Been a hot minute for those who watch regularly, and for those who are new to the channel, welcome. We do Brawl, standard Brawl now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get another form of Brawl in the future, but for right now, this is what we got. Today, we are playing Uvilda, Dean of Perfection, and NASSARI Dean of Expression. The deck is built around the latter. NASSARI Dean of Expression, a 5-mana 4/4 that has, at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until the end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though it were any color to cast those spells. And then whenever you cast a spell from exile, put a 1/1 counter on NASSARI Dean of Expression. Uvilda, we're not really gonna even go there because the deck's not playing it. All right, we have cards that we can cast that are exiled for ourselves, along with some removal and other instants and sorceries, some non-creature permanents, and some creatures. All right, let's get into the cards. So Depart the Realm can be foretold, so you can cast it from exile and it returns a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, so you can bounce one of your own, bounce an opponent's. It's quite nice. Ember Shieldbreaker destroys an artifact, and then you can cast it from exile as a 2/1 creature. Robber of the Rich exiles cards from the top of your opponent's library if you have less cards in hand than they do, and you can cast those spells without for any color of mana, but it only triggers when a rogue attacks. So if you've exiled things and then Robber of the Rich dies, you no longer get those. Expressive Iteration, you get to look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one in your hand, one of them on the bottom of your library, and then you exile one of them, and you can play the exile card this turn. So if it's a spell and the NASSARI is out, then you get to put a 1/1 counter on NASSARI. We are playing Raven form, exiling target artifact or creature, and then this controller gets a 1/1 blue bird creature token. So this gets rid of those big pesky creatures or also artifacts. We don't really play well against enchantments. We have some bounce, but other than that, we're countering them hopefully. And you can play this from the Foretold Zone, which gets a counter on NASSARI. Brazen Borrower, Petty Theft is the adventure that you return a non-land permanent opponent controls to his owner's hand, and you can cast it from exile as a 3/1 flash flyer that can only block creatures with flying. Slot Coming can be foretold, and then it's a counter spell. Bergi, God of Storytelling. We're more playing it for the Horn of Bounty side of the card. You discard a card to exile the top 2 cards of your library, and you can play those cards this turn. So having cards in exile is what NASSARI wants, and the Horn gets us there. Bone Crusher Giant, an efficient removal spell with its Stomp, and then it is a 4/3 that whenever it gets targeted by a spell, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. Beholding Multiverse is a foretold card, and then you can cast it for 2 mana to scry 2 and then draw 2 cards, so it's card draw for us. Cosmos Charger is a 4-mana 3/3 flash flyer, but it can be foretold, and the foretell cost is 3. Your foretell cards foretelling cards from your hand cost 1 less and can be done on any player's turn. So normally foretell only happens on your turn, but this card makes it so you can foretell your spells on your opponent's turn. Tectonic Giant is a 4-mana 3/4 that when it attacks, you either deal 3 damage to each opponent, or you can exile the top 2 cards of your library, choose one of them, and until the end of turn, your next turn, you may play that card. So with NASSARI out and doing the bottom one, you get a guaranteed 1/1 counter. And then Alrund's Epiphany is always lovely to take extra turns. You can pay 6 mana after this is foretold, take an extra turn, get 2 1/1 birds. It does get exiled, or you can pay 7 mana without having to exile it. All right, am I missing any cards that you think might be good in the deck, or cards that you can cast for yourself from exile? Let me know, comments below, like, subscribe, notify. We're gonna get into some spells. So we have Opt, drawing of cards is good. Frostbite, if we have our 3 snow permanents on the battlefield, which we have quite a few in the deck, all basic lands and regular lands, then we deal 3 damage, but instead we deal 2 to a creature. Anticipate helps us filter. We get to pick one of the cards. Into the Royal, we can cast it for 2 to return a non-land permanent, or we can cast it for 4 to do the same thing plus draw a card. Scorching Dragonfire deals 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker and exiles it if it dies. Mystical Dispute is a Counter spell that is very flexible, being able to counter something that is a blue mana that costs blue mana for only 1 blue mana. Otherwise, it costs 3. Soul Seer deals with things that have indestructible, and it also deals 5 damage, so it deals a lot. Prismari Command, we can either deal 2 damage, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, create a treasure token, or destroy an artifact. Storm's Wrath is kind of a little bit of our board wipe here, dealing 4 damage to each creature in Planeswalker. Shatter Skull Smashing can be played as a land, or it can be played as an X spell that deals X damage to 2 target creatures, or split among 2 target creatures. And if X is 6 or more, you double it. So basically you get 6 and 6 if you have 8 mana total. We have some non-creature permanents with Omen of the Sea. Here again, we're scrying and drawing a card. Arcane Signet ramps us. Midnight Clock ramps us and also can refill our hand after we get 12 counters on it. And you can put an extra counter on it by paying a blue and 2 colorless, and it gets a counter at the beginning of each upkeep. Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, and Will, Scholar of Frost. Making our instants and sorceries in the deck cost 1 less is actually very powerful. Rowan deals 1 damage for its uptick. If you've drawn 3 cards, it deals 3 damage. -4, you get an emblem whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may pay 2. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. So that is a very powerful effect in a deck like this. Will, +1, you basically make something so it doesn't hurt you. -3, you get to draw 2 cards. -7, you exile 5 target permanents. Each of the permanents exile this way, its controller creates a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. So if you're going to do this on yourself, you better hope you don't get board wiped. Skyclave Relic, 3 mana for an indestructible mana rock. If you pay 6 mana, you get 2 token copies of them that come into play tapped. So very flexible, early, late. Shark Typhoon, we can either cycle this and make a shark, an X shark where X is the amount of mana, or we can play it for 4, and then whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we get a XX shark, where X is that creature's that spell's mana value. So there again, very flexible. Uncounterable draw, uncounterable creature, and then it can be a very, very powerful late game finisher. And if we're playing red, you're playing Embercleave. Why not? 6 mana, flash, costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gets +1/+1, has double strike and trample. We don't have many creatures in the deck. We have Thieving Skydiver. This helps us steal artifacts if we kick it. Kaza Royal Chaser makes our instants and sorceries cheaper for each wizard we control. Galazeth Prismari makes it so that some of our other artifacts can tap for mana along with being what they are. It's also a 4 mana 3/4 flyer. Shipwreck Dowser, 5 mana 3/3 with prowess that returns an instant or sorcery card from our graveyard to our hand when it enters the battlefield. Stormwing Entity, this can be played for the cheap. It can be played as a 2 mana 3/3 flyer, and when it enters the battlefield you scry 2. And Goldspan Dragon is a 5 mana 4/4 flying and haste, and whenever it attacks or becomes a target of a spell, create a treasure token, and these tokens have tap sacrifice this artifact to add 2 mana of any color. We have Castle Vantress to help us dig through our deck, 6 snow-covered islands, 7 snow-covered mountains, the Snarl, Campus to help us scry, the Pathway so we can pick which color we need, the Temple, scry again, the Volatile Fjord for our cards that deal with Snowlands, Command Tower, Fabled Passage, Field of Ruin to go help us destroy a pesky creature land or something that's going to hurt us, and Shimmerdrift Vale, here again another snowland. Alright, that is Nassari Dean of Expression. Let's get into a couple of games. Alright, we're up against Supreme and Polukranos. We got lands, we got something to draw, we got a little bit of removal. Yeah, I think this is definitely a keepable hand. This will come down in red. They mulliganed. They like their second one. Make our little doggo the right color. Right, you can either blow up a mana dork or scry. I would like that way. I don't think Galazeth Prismari is what we're running right now, but I like the removal spell. especially when it can shrink this down. Well, land? 2 lands. Put 1 into our hand. I kinda want the land in hand. I don't think we need Bergie with this hand. Put this one into our library, and then we will exile that, and we will play that. I put this into our hand because I want to be able to pick which side we want. Right now, not sure what we want. I don't know if we want more blue or more red. We do have a way to get rid of things. Lots of ways to get rid of things. Lands. Expensive spell. They play something we can Bone Crusher Giant, then we will. I think we're gonna Alrune's Epiphany. Get that going. And hold up Bone Crusher or Shatter Skull Smashing, right? They want us to cast that. I don't want to cast that. All right. I'm assuming well, I don't think they'll play Polukranos until they can do that. All right, so sure. We do this. Shrink it. Shrink-a-marinky dinky dink. I want this on red. Do this. I think we just play the Bone Crusher and let them. No, we don't do that. We can make it smaller with Prismari command. We like these here so that we can start making our thing bigger. We'll take 4. And then I think we're gonna do this. I'm gonna try and build this up. Where are they gonna put it? All right, volatile fjord. I'm assuming this is gonna eat some form of removal spell. Yeah. Here comes Polukranos again. No. What? Which one is Professor Onyx? All right.
Even you can master death. Come on, there's got to be something useful.
I think we do this. Yeah. And then I'm gonna hold this because I can blow this up with it. Is this greatest power? All right. We're just gonna poke it a bit. Poke the bear. I want them to cast Polukranos because then we can do this for 6 on both of these. Sure, they're getting some card selection. That's okay.
I never thought I'd miss the library.
And land. +7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would give us 2. Then they would just. I think we kind of have to kill this now. Wait. X is 4. I can bop it with the bird. I still have mana to cast our Prismari command. Sure. Gets a removal spell out of their hands. I'm going to deal 2 and create a treasure token. Draw 2, discard 2. Let's create a treasure token. Do that, and we'll do this.
Whatever. I have more important.
Bye bye, Embercleave. I'm pretty sure we're looking down the barrel of a gun. All right, this gives me the opportunity to do this and then hold up into the roll. Do I just do this? They're just gonna eat this. Well, let's grow it anyways. Pick up one more counter from that Polukranos. I don't think we are on the winning end of this stick. Yeah, Weeza in trouble. Weeza in trouble. Bounce this. Frostbite that. Yes. And then at the end of their turn, we will scry here. He's having a removal spell on a stick for a commander. Really hurts us. Oof. His kicked it enters with 4 counters. Interesting one. A good game does. Probably is a good game, but it's never over till it's over. This gives us an extra look next turn. Nope. And that is the game. They play Polukranos, they eat our NASSARI, and we die. Sorry, NASSARI, this was not a good matchup for you. But they had fun. Okay. Alright. Take action. Come and get me. Alright. Let's go on to game number 2. Alright. Our opponent goes first. They are Extus and Awaken the Blood God. We have lands, we have spells. Let's keep it. That's probably gonna go find a blue turn 1. See what we draw. Nope. This will find us whatever we need on turn 4, because this could be very much be a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Robber doesn't make sense. Kaza makes sense though. Now if we play land this, maybe we'll catch up. The Uvalda side is kind of interesting, but it just... Alright, that's annoying. I think I'm playing Definitely playing this. I foretell this and then they take one of these two. Right? I think that's what we do. I think you take Scorching Dragonfire, or maybe the Shatter Skull Smashing. Smashing can deal with more things. I wonder if they're an X thing, looking like an Exodus. Yeah, they are definitely the Exodus side of things. Galazeth Prismari. I think we're looking like we want more red. Now, do I play the Prismari or do I wait to hopefully draw land next turn? Then we can play it and also have a... Yeah, I think we just wait. Know about these. They don't know about this. The value off of the Magecraft of this is actually pretty solid. We built Awaken the Avatar earlier. I didn't play around with Exodus yet. Oh man, their mana base is... Yeah, no. I'm okay. That is the last... We can't... That card is very difficult for us to beat. I'm just gonna throw this at their face. Guess I could have combined these two together to kill this. There's a land. This. Now we have Dragonfire up. Playing against another deck that has black. I'm sure it's removally. Yeah. By all means. Take 4. All right. Sometimes you accidentally hit the stops. All right. There's another land. Player NASSARI. I think we do this. We can exile from the top. I guess they didn't want that mountain anyways. Playing snow is interesting. Now we just wait. Eee. I always forget about this card. Maybe because I just want to forget about it. I think we Bone Crusher. We'll play this on red. We'll Bone Crusher. The counter on our thing, and then attack with that. All right, they're very close to being dead here, and they can't play at instant speed. Gotcha. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can still play the NASSARI. Sorry. Sure. Why? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but hey. No blocks. They realize that they just... Oh. Too bad we don't have haste. One point. I think we hold this up. Well, this just... They can't deal with this. This just straight up kills them. Or maybe we should have held this for end step. Should have held this up for end step. We still have it for next end step. That's interesting. Sure. Probably gonna rip some of these things to shreds. The backside of this does not kill us. Well, that, do that. Now, do you have a burn spell that does 3 to the face? Do you have a removal spell for the Cosmos Charger? Nope. All right, we could just do this. And we got there in game 2. Yay! Victory for NASSARI. All right, so you've seen the deck can win, the deck loses. We're only gonna get 2 in here. Each game is about 10 minutes. Don't want to make the video too long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Bye for now.